YouTube, what the crap's going on? HeirofCarthage here, back with the Caesar and Gaul campaign. And of course I left off on a cliffhanger there, and right before Narbo was going to be assaulted by Celtic troops. And let's see, they're amassing right here. And I honestly want to just march out and meet them, because I think that I have superior force here. I'm gonna just put some levy freemen here, support them with some skirmishers. This will just kind of be a decoy force.
Missile-armed warriors.
Okay, and let's get all my legionnaires out of formation.
As you command.
Let's start the battle.
Legionaries.
And I'm gonna march forward and just take the fight out to these Celtics.
Enemy reinforcements approaching.
Legionaries.
It's kind of cool that you can put your Roman general in an infantry unit in the Caesar and Gaul campaign. You can't do that in multiplayer, which is honestly kind of too bad. It'd be kind of cool if you could do it in multiplayer as well. So we got some Celtic scorpions opening fire on me. The Celtic infantry's charging.
Yours to command, Commander. For glory. Legionaries. Commander. Engage. Forward. Ready. For glory. Ready. At your service. Melee troops.
Wow. That scorpion is wrecking on me. Thing's already racked up like a billion kills there.
Legionaries.
Not quite a billion, obviously, but more than I would have liked to have seen. So I'm just gonna have to run down these skirmishers anyway. Of course, getting too far ahead of my reinforcements here may not be a good idea, but should be alright. These Celtic warriors are wavering, going down. My guys are coming under a lot of slinger fire. But we can silence these scorpions and we can start running down these skirmishers. I've got my own skirmishers that I'll pull out here too, as well as my levy freemen, which should be a little bit faster than legionnaires. Okay, there's a spear noble unit here that's going to need to be outflanked. But my guys are going to be taking slinger fire from behind, so that's going to be an issue. I do have the spear noble outmaneuvered, but that is a tough unit. I'm going to go ahead and further surround the spear noble and then chase the skirmishers away with these troops here. I really want to put the heat on the spear noble. I've caught these skirmishers out here, so the AI mismanaged them.
Our general is under attack.
Throw another legionnaire against that spear noble. That thing's still holding out against 5 legionnaires now. That's a tough unit right there. Okay. Alright, so the initial wave of Celts has been defeated. And it looks like their troops are kind of spread far and wide over here. It's interesting. They're all coming in and they're not necessarily making a move on me yet. Enemy general's dead. All the original Celtic troops have been defeated. I'm going to pull all my men back and get ready for a second wave here. I'm assuming that the AI is going to move forward towards me. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward and see what they do. They're spread out all over the map there. I've never seen them pursue this type of behavior, like these units here working their way along the coastline. Not sure what that's all about. Maybe they're trying to sneak into my city. I really don't know. I do have this one boat full of legionnaires out here I'm going to bring up and land them and have them just defend the town square in case anything gets past me. Oh, they have another unit of Celtic scorpions. That's probably why they're sitting back. I don't know if these guys have any cav. I don't think they do, so I might be able to use my Celtic skirmishers to run up here and take out that scorpion, because those guys are going to get lots of kills on me. In fact, I'm going to pull back my main force to avoid a few of those shots, because those scorpions are wreaking havoc. I'll leave some of my mob up here to see if I can absorb absorb fire.
Warriors, move out! Ready for battle!
Alright, I've got this legionary unit that came off the ships. Put it in the town square. Take them out of formation attack as well. Alright, this scorpion unit's boned now. They're gonna get destroyed. They've come too far forward. Apparently the AI doesn't know how to use artillery yet. They're picking the right targets though, firing at my heavy infantry, but definitely the wrong way to use this to let it get singled out. So that Celtic Scorpion's gonna be gone after a couple of volleys. Any of these guys who aren't full of javelins are quite frankly lucky to be alive, because their brethren didn't fare so well. Like this poor fellow here, who's bleeding out on the ground with a javelin stuck in his spine, and he's holding his stomach, so maybe he also ate some rotten eggs for breakfast or something. Either way, that fellow is not really having the best day. Alright, so I have no idea what's going on here or why these Celtic troops are working their way along the coastline, or what they're waiting on at this point. See, there's a ton more Celtic skirmishers over here along with spear warriors. Well, I guess I can just, I mean, I could just fast forward and see what the AI does, but they don't act like they're doing much of anything. So I think I'm just going to try and get more aggressive. Go ahead and take them out. Actually, you don't really need these. Let's take a few legionnaires this way. Let's take the rest this way. And I'll just take the fight to the enemy. They have a bunch of skirmishers over here that I'd like to engage. We've got some levy freemen to handle their spear warriors. And then I've got legionnaire reinforcements on their way as well. I'm trying to move my levy freemen up first so that they can absorb missile fire while my own skirmisher units move in. And I guess I'm going to go attack these Celtic units out here on the beach. Not sure why the AI is wasting my time like this, just like marching out into these strange positions that don't make... Ooh, there's a noble horse back here. That could be trouble. I'm going to redirect one more legionnaire unit over here because of that noble horse that scares me a little.
Legionaries! At speed!
Legionnaires out here.
At the double! Ready for orders! At the double!
Yeah, I'm going to have to wait to engage these troops until I get reinforced by these legionnaires, because these legionnaires are going to be the only thing that can protect me against the heavier units. These levy freemen aren't going to last long if they get charged by noble horse. They do have cavalry counter tactics though, which would help. It certainly wouldn't save them. I think what I'm going to do is move them in this direction, put my skirmishers there, and then these reinforcing legionnaire units will take the front. I'll bring these mob up here just for fun, just for kicks. Some of these legionnaires need to rest a little, so I'm going to let them do so while I engage this flank first. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward for a minute. Sorry, this battle's not turning out to be very cinematic. The AI is not really cooperating here. I don't know what the point of deploying on the outskirts of the map and then just sitting there is whenever you're the attacker, and I certainly don't feel like fast forwarding. So I've never seen the AI do this, though. I'm not quite sure what they're getting at. It's certainly odd. Group this unit here.
Get running!
These legionnaires are good to go. Go ahead and move them up.
Roma! Quick mark!
Okay, and all these legionnaires are good to go as well.
Romans ready for duty. At speed, your orders.
Just gonna move these guys up a little further.
Ready! Move it!
Alright, see, they have more Celtic skirmishers back here, a spear warrior, and then this is where their general's at. He's back here in this noble horse. A little bit worried about that noble horse, as they would do just fine in a fight against my infantry. I'm gonna belt out fast reload here, see if my Celtic skirmishers can waste on theirs. I think I got a better first volley. Their guys are using flaming shot as well, which is not a good idea.
All right, pick your targets. Understood. You have our spears.
Okay, I'm gonna push forward with my skirmishing flank.
Romans, ready for duty.
Time to push forward with my legionnaires.
Jupiter gives us strength by your command. Clubs at the double. Ready. Skirmishers.
Gonna engage these skirmishers here.
Their hearts. Ready. Deadly missiles ready. Skirmishers.
My skirmishers are fighting these guys back right over here. We're gonna rout those Celtic skirmishers.
We will pierce their hearts.
What is this? Spear Brothers got into me without me paying attention. I'm gonna bring these mobs just to make it harder for the AI to get around my flanks.
Orders. Missiles ready. Warriors move out. Battle ready and eager.
Okay, another spear warrior coming this way. Let's get these legionnaires over here.
Skirmishers. Ready. Spearmen ready for battle. Ready.
One of our units has
My
used all
levy
its
freemen have a
ammunition.
hard time taking out skirmishers, so that doesn't give me a lot of faith in them. The spear warriors are doing better than I'd like to see. Yeah, and some of my skirmishers have used all their ammo, which is not good. I'm gonna send my levy freemen towards the enemy cav.
Sons of Mars. Legionaries.
Okay, the enemy cav is activating.
Heavy freemen.
Some cavalry counterattack is going here. My infantry got charged from behind, they weren't braced, but we should be able to get something done here. I've got some
The enemy
skirmishers, they're gonna
general is dead.
put a few javelins. Oh, the enemy general died quickly from the javelins or something. He must have gotten hit by a javelin.
Melee infantry.
So the Celts are going to be in bad shape over on that flank.
Legionaries.
I'm going to send one legionnaire to dispatch this Celtic warrior there. And I'm going to send some more legionnaires to deal with these guys here. So over on this flank, we've defeated the Celtic forces.
At your service. Double time. Legionaries. Run,
Mob through here. But they have just more spear warriors over there, so my legionnaires ought to be well suited. I'm gonna watch my legionnaires charge this unit of Celtic warriors here. Ooh, javelins into the side. Not sure where the Celtic warriors are going. They're running towards my town. Actually, maybe just trying to bypass me. I'm not sure. I'm gonna get caught by my legionnaires and utterly destroyed. Close combat here, so that'll be nice. Yeah, legionnaires are gonna waste on those guys. Okay, we've got more
At the doubles.
Celtic warriors bearing down on us here. These guys are better on the charge than my units.
Infantry ready.
So, I think what I'm going to do
Legionaries.
is go ahead and crank out, use the whip,
That's ready. Forward. Ready and waiting. Advance.
charge all these units.
Ready. Forward. Ready and waiting. Melee troops.
Let's see how those Celtic warriors are faring against my guys. This one unit kind of got outnumbered, so they're going to be hurting a little. I do have units coming in to reinforce. And it looks like these Celtic spears over here are moving. So let's get ready to face them.
The battle is turning in our favor.
Indeed it is. So it looks like the, these Celtic warriors over here got routed.
Melee infantry at your
Just need to charge down these spears.
Engage. Yours to command.
Those spears are going to get hammered. Spear warriors. Decent spear troops, but not good enough to handle what they need here. And then there's a mass rout going on amongst the Celts. So it looks like we were able to defend Narbo, which is good. Took way too long, because the AI sat around outside of my range, but at least the 8th Legion has kind of redeemed itself here. I won't consider them fully redeemed until they march out and go capture Secundinum from the Ruteni. But it's a good start for the 8th Legion. Maybe their existence has been re-justified. So we failed a mission. We failed to capture that town, I guess, in time for that particular mission.
At your command.
Okay, so Caesar's army is just recruiting some horsemen. See, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 legionnaires. I might go ahead and recruit some levy freemen just for flanking and their light units. So they're pretty good at running down skirmishers. That'll give me a couple of light horse and some Celtic freemen to use for different things, so I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. This town up here is kind of unhappy, but it'll survive long enough to get the job done, so we should be alright. And let's see, so down here the Ruteni forces fleeing the scene after they were defeated. Let's go ahead and upgrade the 8th Legion, so I'm going to go ahead and give them formidable fighters as well. And we can give my general some stuff here, minus shipbuilding, +5 for cavalry, +5 armor for all units, +5 morale. I'm going to go with that one. I'm going to open strategist first, and this army here is going to need some more troops. I've got plenty of legionnaires. It's now time for me to throw in another cav unit, and you know what, I'm going to make it 2 cav units so that I have plenty of cav. I'm going to need some skirmishers, so I'm going to throw some skirmishers in as well. They're going to be coming in handy, especially in open field battles. Maybe I can do some more damage with them. Let's see, we can upgrade some of our buildings back here. Let's upgrade this other one that gives us a little more wealth, and hopefully build our economy a little since we're recruiting more troops. And then Caesar is still recruiting this turn as well. So unless there's anything else to do here, I think we just need to end the turn. I mean, I really don't know what tactics to take here. Some of you asked me, what's your overall strategy? To win, I guess. I should probably have thought about it a little more. I haven't really deeply thought through some kind of strategy here, but I'm feeling like Caesar, of course, is going to lead the charge up through the Suebi is my hope, and then my other armies can follow up in other areas until Caesar's free. But his army is now looking good. I'm going to bring this city a little more under control before I leave it. I got plenty of food, so I'm going to go ahead and spend my money to upgrade this temple. My economy's still doing okay, even though I've recruited quite a few troops. And within a couple more turns, this army down here at Narbo Martius, the 8th Legion ought to be ready to march again. So that would be pretty awesome to see. And this whole area is... Latin influence is falling and Celtic influence is rising. We probably need to go ahead and recruit a patrician down here to help change that. And that might help us as we take the fight out. Trying to see which of these guys I like best. I don't really want to embed them in an army. Not sure which of these guys I really think is any good. I might just use this one. Alright, and let's go ahead and on the next turn get him engaged in the passive abilities to help speed up cultural conversion. And I'm going to go ahead and end another unseasonal conditions in Helvetia. A wet summer. That's funny. Guess the weather plays into this, which is kind of cool. Let's go ahead and end another turn. See what happens here. Ruteni moving more forces into my lands. Had a veteran increase in rank. That's the veteran in Caesar's army, which is pretty cool. These legions are beginning to gain some pretty serious strength here, and yes, we can give it to where he gets more military training per turn, which is awesome. And the Sequani are over here. They're pretty much friendly to me, so I'm not worried about them. So yeah, the Ruteni have a big army here. It's got quite a few warriors in it, so that's not exactly what I'd hope to be seeing right now. And let's see. This army needs to be bigger still. I've got plenty of skirmishers, a nice solid core of legionnaires. I think I'm going to bring in a couple of Celtic swordsmen and maybe another cav unit, and that ought to make this army pretty dangerous to these Celtic armies. My cav being able to perform hammer and anvil strikes. that ought to bode well for me. Let's see if there's any buildings I can focus on here. This one would increase my wealth a little bit, give me better garrisons and growth, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, especially since I have plenty of food. I'm trying to think, if we take a look at diplomacy, where we could send Marcus Antoninus to. Maybe against the Arverni. Yeah, probably against the Arverni. I'm thinking that I'll use the 8th Legion to kind of subdue this region down here, and maybe if we can take Antoninus through the Allobroge's territory on against the Arverni, and then maybe what we can do is, well, here I'll kind of draw out what I'm aiming at. Let's get onto this map so you can see what I'm planning. So I'm thinking that 8th Legion can kind of strike through this region here, and then I'll zoom up where it's a little easier to see, and then I'll take Antoninus, who is in Helvetia. So I'll take him through this territory and on into Arverni territory, something like that, and then this army can meet up with them as needed. And then I'm thinking, oops, didn't mean to draw that. I'm thinking Caesar, of course, can finish his push against the Germans, and then that may, I don't know what's going to happen with the Nervii, so we'll see. It'll be interesting. I'd love to take Caesar on a push all the way to the British Isles just for you know, kicks here. In any case, let's go ahead and end this turn. Nothing else to accomplish at the moment, I don't think. And the Ruteni are, man, they're bringing it. They got more forces coming down. These guys are serious. They have come down here and fortified. I'm not sure if this army is within reinforcement range of them yet. Let's see. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. We can recruit one more unit into this army. And we might as well, just to fill it out, I'll get one more Celtic warrior. And we'll see if the Ruteni decide to attack me. If they do, I'm pretty sure I can take them. I've got a big army with plenty of different kinds of troops. And let's see. Really need some help converting this province, but my my guys really need it here because it's going to take a lot of influence for me to convert Rarikan, especially with the capital being owned by the Sequani. So we have to work hard to keep our influence spread about here. Let's see, so this attrition can go into a passive stance there, which will help increase cultural conversion. So if we go look at cultural conversion, Latin's still on the decline, but at the end of the next turn, I'm thinking it's going to be going up. We'll see. And I can also build this temple, which will give me a little more Latin influence. We might be able to convert that to one that gives us better Latin influence. Yeah, that one gives +4. I'm going to convert to that one. Let's see if there's, again, any buildings that we can do. I don't really want to add... I mean, I could add Squalor. It gives me more food. Not really any more wealth. I don't know if that's worth it or not. We could upgrade this town, which takes a little food, but gives me more income and growth, so that might be good. We'll upgrade the town center in Genua. And we should be able to finish our research on this turn, and I'm thinking we really need to go march against the... We need to go march against the German Confederation up there. What's the season? It's early May. I'm going to wait one more turn and then send Caesar after the Suebi. So let's go ahead and end this turn. Suebi coming down after me. Yep, the Ruteni are going to bring the house again at Narbo against against a very competent force in my hands. I've got a lot of troops. Pretty sure this is a massive mistake on their part. They do have a ton of Celtic warriors, which are not bad troops, and they have a lot of spear warriors, which again are not bad troops. More Celtic scorpions, some mercenary Gallic horse, a spear noble general, another spear noble general. I mean, these guys are capable. There's no doubt they're capable. But I think we have an advantage here. So let's go ahead and fight this. I don't think I want to sit back and just fight it defensively either in the streets, because I think that's just going to end up helping the AI. I kind of think I want to take this out onto the open plains outside of Narbo. If we do that, should give me an opportunity to maneuver with my cavalry and hopefully get some quick hammer and anvil strikes. So I think once again I'm going to line up my main force of legionaries here with my general to back them up. I'm going to put some Celtic troops on this flank. And although it is not much consolation, I'm going to leave these guys here in the city to defend. And I want this ship to drop my troops off right up here. And let's get back to this. I'm going to bring 2 legionary cav out this way, and then I'm going to bring 2 legionary cav out this way. I'm going to put these units in groups just so they're easier to find.
Battle group, battle ready. Battle group.
I've got a crap load of skirmishers, and I'd like to use them, but the enemy scorpions are going to be my first target of opportunity. In fact, I'm going to put my Celtic skirmishers all the way up front and see if I can scoot back my legionnaires just a little so that maybe the scorpions will fire at my my skirmishers first. Okay, let's start the battle. I want to get aggressive quick.
Skirmishers!
Cowardly and stupidly brave. Today, I hope, we make sons of Mars. Understood.
Enemy reinforcements approaching.
Legionary cavalry. Assault ships ready.
Okay, all my troops are on the move. I didn't catch what those scorpions are firing at, but it's my legionnaires. No idea why the Celtic warriors are swinging around. They may be going towards my cav.
Legionary cavalry. As you command.
I'm actually gonna take this group of Celtic warriors and swing around this way.
Ready and waiting. Quick.
Our general is under attack.
Looks like the scorpions firing on my general.
Legionary cavalry.
Got legionary cav coming down this flank.
Legionaries.
Okay, I'm gonna engage these Celtic warriors here. I don't think they're gonna get the best charge. And I think that the
Deadly missiles ready. Warriors ready.
Legionary cavalry.
that Gallic light horse engaged my cav over here without me getting a charge, which kind of stinks, but it's my own fault for not paying attention. That Celtic Scorpion's going to be finished. Their infantry's trying to run down my cav. And I get all my guys engaged over here. And this unit of spears is chasing down my skirmishers, and I use my skirmishers. Legionary Cav took a few more losses than I'd like, but should be alright. Let's get into the back of these infantrymen here. Man, I was watching Prussian Prince play a battle on Shogun 2, and I'm still blown away by how fast the cavalry was compared to in this game. I got more spear warriors coming this way. I'm gonna have to pull my guys back here. I've got some of my Celtic troops wavering, and I'm gonna need to reform the lines back here. Get these reinforcements up, get my general up. I've got these cav units back here. These guys out here are gonna die. I've pretty much betrayed them by getting them too far forward, which is a mistake, but it's okay. I'll make it right here.
Legionaries! Melee infantry ready! Ground Romans all! Advance! Commander!
Oh, all my legionnaires are still in formation attack.
Legionaries!
Surprised they were able to win anything.
The men are wavering.
For glory! Melee infantry ready and waiting! Double time!
Really not able to get my cav doing much either. Not yet, at least. I'm gonna see if I can get some hammer and anvil strikes over in this vicinity.
Our men flee the field of
Why are
battle.
my skirmishers getting
This is a
caught?
shameful display.
It's frustrating. Just take all my skirmishers back this way if I can. I think some of my Celtic troops are fleeing the battle. I'm just going to pull these legionnaires back here and hold the flank. And see if we can take down the spear noble. I'm going to reinforce these legionnaires here. Got some spear warriors chasing my skirmishers. I'm going to give them all an attack order on those Celtic warriors here. Let's go see if we can put a hammer and anvil strike on these spear nobles as well. These spear warriors are holding out a lot longer than I'd like to see. Okay, my units have broken through over here and kept running forward, which is not really what I want. So now they're out of position. It's just kind of hard for me to pay attention to all facets of this battle at once. This mercenary Gallic light horse, I'm going to run that down. Actually, there's a whole bunch of skirmishers out here that are unprotected. I'm going to focus on them. And let's get back into this fight over here.
The men are wavering.
Attack these guys from behind. Got my general there. Let's take out all these skirmishers. Do have some Celtic warriors trying to run me down there. All these troops engaged back here. I do believe my legionnaires that come off the boat are probably still in formation attack. Enemy general's dead. Okay, this battle hasn't been pretty, folks, and I haven't really been able to get you any close-up footage. My general's engaged with the spear warrior, doing just fine. Alright.
The men are wavering.
Gonna have to run my legionary cav away from these Celtic warriors. Got a few men wavering over here in this fight with these spear nobles, but they're gonna be gone. Alright, so the Ruteni are defeated, and that's gonna be it for this episode. Hope you all enjoyed it. Again, sorry for a bit of sloppiness there. I don't know why I'm sloppy in some of these battles, but we definitely won the fight. I think I did lose a legionnaire unit, but that'll be easily replaced. And we dealt, obviously, a bigger loss to the Ruteni than to me, so for the second time, the 8th Legion proves its worth, albeit at the cost of some of these levy freemen there. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed this episode. HeirofCarthage signing off for now.